Hello, I'm Super Orange Cat here. I'm today covering Adult Swim's ratings for Sunday, November 1st, 2020. Let's start at the top of the block. Well, not really much of a block, it's just three shows, but at 11:30 you had Primal get a .16. At midnight you had the Eric Andre show get a .16 followed by a .14. And then you had Dream Corp LLC at 12:30 with a .14 and then a .13. If we're saying week to week, it actually looks good because these numbers are up from the previous week some bit. But here's the thing, and I've mentioned this a couple times before, the Adult Swim is not doing so well right now, you know? And I could talk about like my theory regarding generational disconnect that Adult Swim has. But again, there's just some things I really want to point out with this, which is why I decided to cover it this time, to cover it this week. And you have Primal. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen people try to argue that Primal should be put on Toonami. But you have Gendy, the creator, has apparently been on record multiple times saying that he did not want his show to be on Toonami. He did not want to be kind of stuck with the Toonami branding like how Samurai Jack was, which I find to be interesting. And this was the surprise hit of 2019, by the way. Primal snuck up on me. I'm not a fan of it, but I was surprised by how absolutely huge it got, like overnight when it first started airing, you know. And I thought, like, well, if it pulls this off, then it can be its own thing, and it can be like this. It could be like the second biggest name on Adult Swim behind Rick and Morty, you know. But this season so far, I've seen a lot of people say bad things about it. The ratings have been clearly down for it, and it's just sad to see here. Like .16, I mean, if we're talking about Toonami, which is on Saturday nights, which is an even worse time for ratings, so less people are watching TV Saturday nights than Sunday nights. You have the leading shows usually, like something like Assassination Classroom or something like Dragon Ball Super, a rerun of Dragon Ball Super, no less, end up getting better ratings than this. And that's just really sad to see from Adult Swim. And then again, the story of Eric Andre. The Eric Andre show, a show which a lot of people have just been waiting for a while, for season 5. Season 4, if you want to feel old, do you want to know a fun fact about season 4? The season 4 episode premiere, the episode with T.I. and Abby Lee Miller. Here's some fun facts about it. One, this was before Abby Lee Miller got arrested for tax evasion. And here's the thing, if you're an Adult Swim fan, that think's gonna be really interesting. It aired. Do you know which show it preceded? It actually helped premiere another show on Toonami at the time. Not Toonami, no show on Adult Swim at the time. Following it on August, I want to say 11th, 2016, was the ultimate premiere of $1 Million Extreme Presents World Peace. Fun fact right there. That's how long it's been since we had another season. It aired alongside World Peace. And I just found that to be really interesting. It's been 4 years. And also another note, that night was also the opening ceremony of the Rio Olympics. And that's the last Summer Olympics we've had because this one has been pushed back to 2021. But again, I'm getting a little bit off topic. But yeah, a lot of people have just been waiting forever for Eric Andre's show. And I think the waiting was just too much for a lot of people. And this was a huge hit. This was pulling in like .3s and stuff when it last aired. And even if you consider, cable cutting, it does not explain this big a drop. Which leads many to say that I think the Eric Andre moment, at least on Adult Swim, has ended, which is really sad to see considering that apparently I saw an interview that Eric Andre gave not that long ago saying that he would like to really keep doing the show as long as he can, since there were some rumors that season 5 was going to be the last season of the Eric Andre show. And again, and I've watched it, and honestly, I don't really like this season so far. You know, maybe the jokes just haven't caught up to me the way that other jokes in other seasons have. Like, there's only so many times he can pull off the legalized ranch before it just gets more annoying than funny. You know, it's just like your friend that back in 2006 when Borat was first a thing, like you would say, "My wife," and then everyone would die laughing. And then 10 years later, your weird friend is still saying, "My wife." And like no one's laughing anymore. They just think he's like mentally deranged or something. And it's really sad to see. And then you have Dream Corp LLC, and I honestly forgot this show ever existed, you know? And a 0.14, that's just, considering it's 12:30, that's not good numbers, you know? And anyhow, it's just Dream Corp LLC, I thought was a great show in season 1. It was a show I thought a lot of people were sleeping on at the time, and Adult Swim has this tendency that unless like the show is exceptionally negatively received, or if Tim Heidecker bitches enough, usually gets a second season. So, and then second season was inevitable. I think the first season didn't really even do that well in ratings, and second season came along and then had all this critical praise, and I watched it, and it really fell into the increasingly prevalent Adult Swim / Cartoon Network trope of disappearing up your own asshole. It tried so many times to have artsy episodes instead of just good, funny episodes, which a lot of people I think just really liked out of season 1. They didn't like necessarily the surrealist element of it. They just liked it was a funny show. They liked the characters, they liked the interactions, they liked jokes, you know. And that's just something Adult Swim has had an ugly reputation for, I think, in recent years in particular, you know. But again, and why am I covering Adult Swim's ratings this week? I usually cover Toonami ratings. Well, if you follow Toonami, this past week was a marathon of The Promised Neverland, and Showbuzz Daily has this really cute idea of not reporting ratings for marathons, so we don't even know what those ratings are yet. But when they come out, I'll probably decide that next week with the next Toonami ratings. I'll probably briefly cover those, But again, with marathons, they're not really much to say. But again, Toonami this upcoming Saturday is interesting. You have a bunch of new stuff coming out. Like you have Fire Force Season 2 debuting. You have War of the Underworld Part 2 debuting. And you have Jumaseto Death Beats, which no one's really looking forward to, which is debuting. Again, what do you guys think? What's your opinion on Adult Swim right now? Do you want me to keep covering Adult Swim's ratings, Sunday ratings, kind of like this? Kind of like doing this? What do you guys think? Leave your opinions, leave your comments down below. I appreciate your input. If you like this content, for more content like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Super Orange Cat, and that is all.